What is going on, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo, and it is Wild Eye Wednesday again. And I'm coming back to you with another werewolf film. Now, this one actually has some werewolves in it, unlike last week, which is why I decided I wanted to do this film, because I thought, hey, the last one really wasn't really a werewolf movie, and it could have been a lot better. So I'm going to try this movie that I've heard a lot of good things about, and I'm going to give you a review on it. This is the found footage film from 2018, maybe 2017, Cold Ground. Directed by Fabien Deluge. I'm not sure how you say it. I apologize if I messed it up. Starring Doug Rand as Blake, Gala Besson as Melissa, Geoffrey Blandon as David. Two journalists arrive on the French-Swiss Alps border to investigate cattle mutilations, and they discover in their trip up the mountain an abomination that's been stalking the Alps for centuries. Guys, let me tell you something. This is a found footage movie set in 1976. And it's basically, yes, it's not about witches. It's about the creature at the end is werewolves, yes. But it is basically the same type of premise as Blair Witch Project. However, this movie is what Blair Witch Project only wishes it could be. This movie makes Blair Witch Project look like even more dog shit than it already is. And I'm sorry, but Blair Witch Project is dog shit. The only thing I have wrong with this movie is that it is a found footage film. As always, the found footage kind of gets, a little bit on my headache, makes my head hurt. But they did it with some older style cameras because it was done in the takes place in the 70s. And it really does work. And this is the way a found footage movie should be done, in my opinion. This was a good found footage film. Once my eyes got tired, got adjusted to everything and stopped, my head stopped hurting a little bit. I had a blast. The movie was good from the beginning. It's a bit of a slow burn, but it never once lost my interest. But once it picks up, man, oh my God, does this movie fucking pick up. Cold Ground is an amazing fucking film, and it's an awesome wildlife film. The first thing that I want to talk about, aside from all that, is holy shit mud jeans. There's a frame where the girl Melissa bends over in front of her boyfriend, who's also the journalist and a cameraman, and she's wearing mud jeans. Now, for those of you that don't know, mud jeans was a very popular jean brand in the 1990s. Now, this is a bit of a mistake, though. Mud jeans were not actually around in the 70s. They didn't come out until 1995. So it is a bit of a mistake, but I thought it was cool. I was just like, oh, that's awesome. And I haven't seen a pair of those in forever. And it just brought a bit of nostalgia back from me. The acting, the performances are so good in this movie. It is done extremely well. If this is maybe a low budget film, but they did an amazing job with the acting. The locations are amazing. And with the one cool thing about it being found footage, when they're being stalked in the dark and they're running or they're just trying to find their way around, every time you see a tree that's covered in snow and all that, you think it's a monster. You think that it's something. This whole movie looked so creepy and so scary. It was so cool. I absolutely loved it. The winter setting is just fucking amazing. I can't even begin to think what this film crew had to go through to get these shots, because you could tell they were in deep, deep snow. I mean, it's the Swiss Alps. I mean, come on, There is a really awesome avalanche scene that I really enjoy. And because they're doing found footage style, I enjoy the way it shows them digging somebody out. It just makes it seem like it was very believable that the person was under the snow and they found them and were able to get them out and, save their lives. Even though the person did get injured and something happens to them later on, but, whatever. There's a great amputation scene in this movie. Now, the blood and gore in this film, there is not a ton of it, but it's really fucking good. It's really fucking good, actually. There's a great amputation scene that's really pretty gory, but really awesome. There is some, let's say, skinning. Like I said, that there's just some really good gore effects in this movie. Now, as I said, this is a bit of a slow burn. It doesn't really pick up until about 55 minutes into the film. But while you're going along, it keeps your interest. You really feel like you're part of this expedition, and it's really cool. The last thing I have to say about Cold Ground is that on the IMDb website, the people that did review this movie, they all, of course, you ever notice on IMDb, the only reviews are always negative reviews. And people, you could tell they had no idea what they were talking about when it came to films. Somebody put it as one of the goof sections that they saw a bobcat, but bobcats aren't native to that area. It wasn't a bobcat, first off, it was a lynx. Same family, whatever, and the American character mistakenly calls it a bobcat. But it wasn't a bobcat, it was a lynx, which are very prevalent in the French Swiss Alps. Guys, I cannot recommend Cold Ground enough. It's this film right here. If you have not seen this, you can get it on this 4-pack from Wild Eye, or you can get it as a single edition. This movie is, in my opinion, an awesome werewolf film. The creatures look amazing. The creature effects look amazing. The story is amazing. Everything about this movie was fucking good. Everything. I have not one real con for this movie, except for the fact that, for me at least, and it's just a personal thing, it is found footage. But that being said, this is, in my opinion, probably the best found footage film I have ever seen in my life. I only really like 2 found footage films. This one, and As Above, So Below. People can say whatever they want about that movie. I thought it was cool the way they filmed it. Also, some people will say Never Hike Alone. I don't consider Never Hike Alone a found footage film. It has some found footage aspects, that's it. Go and check out Wild Eye Releasing. They are an amazing company with some amazing films. They're definitely where it's at with independent horror, as my buddy Jay always says. And they are, to me, the best in the underground. This is Bronco Juggalo saying, peace.
Mr. Superface, motherfucker. Outside your window, peeping, creeping through the doggy door. But your doggy can't alarm your severed head, don't bark no more. Kitchen floor is stained with crimson night.